All right, and we are back for the Week 3 preview of the Trev and Renz football show. Trevor, how's it going today?
It's going great. Great day today. Ready to talk some football.
And we have a great slate of games going ahead this week. So many I'm looking forward to. I mean, I'm looking forward to them every week. I won't lie, I feel like I'm in withdrawal right now. Middle of the week, no football. Kind of stinks right now, but you know what? We're back tomorrow with kind of a stinker of a game. Jags Dolphins.
Man. This game, although it looks like a stinker, especially if you told me about it in the offseason, it's a battle. These two teams have been fighting this year, and I'm excited to see who is more legit between the two of them.
I agree. I agree. They're a lot better than we put on paper. Dolphins, it's kind of funny because I was actually just thinking about this today. If you look at them on paper, who they've played on paper, Dolphins have played Bills, Patriots, Jags have played Titans, Colts. And it's like those two teams are very even. And I mean, we're just hopping right into this game here, but I think that the Jags have proven that they've done a bit better against those teams. They're going to come out ahead. I think that the Titans and Colts are also a little bit stronger competition than the Patriots and Bills. I think the Jaguars come out and win. I mean, that's not like a strong, like a crazy take, but I just think Gardner Minshew is a bit too much of a problem. We saw Byron Jones is down already.
Yeah,
if you're the Dolphins, you do not want
your biggest acquisition going out that early.
You don't want. It's not even that. What it is that, but you don't want anything going wrong. You know what I mean? Like, this is a team that's like kind of doing a little bit okay right now. You want anything that could possibly go wrong is like a possible setback into your season going even poopier than it already is.
I mean, my analysis on this was I thought the Jags had a tougher schedule as well to start the season, but then looking at it, the Pats just gave a real good fight to the Seahawks, and then they got the Bills too, which is a great team. So I mean, both of these guys are coming in battle ready. But I agree. I think Minshew, he's the best player on the field, and he's going to get it done. But You're right. There's not much star power in this match, so it might not get the same looks as other games.
Yeah, it definitely does not look up. Hey, if there's football being played, I don't care who's playing it. I'm watching. I'm watching. But Trev, I got to ask you this question. So let's say the Dolphins lose tomorrow, which, let's be real, they should lose.
Okay.
Do you think there's a possibility going into week 4 that we see Tua Tagovailoa?
I don't know. I thought I read something that he's not even fully healthy yet. So I don't think teams are calling for, or the fans aren't calling for Tua just yet, but I mean, maybe. Justin Herbert just stepped in and looked way better than his predecessor, so.
For sure. I mean, I just think you've seen all his rookie success so far. It can't be easy for the Dolphins having their new toy and their parents saying, "Hey, you can't play with it yet. You got to keep waiting."
Yeah.
So
sorry. Can't open the gift.
You got to wait till Christmas to play with your present. Jacksonville -3. Trev, do they cover?
I think they cover. Cover or push?
I'm going to say they cover. Not only do they cover, I'm saying Minshew Mania. This is the start of Minshew Mania, and Minshew drops at least 3 touchdowns this week, maybe more.
I love how quick you flipped on this guy. Before the season started, you were saying, this guy's the worst in the league. Gardner Minshew's the worst. I honestly, at least respected the guy. I knew what he was capable of, but I love to see how fast you flipped on him.
Honestly, I really liked him last year too, and it was just like the end of the year. I was like, oh, what happened? And then it's like, I saw him come out. I saw the long hair. I saw the mustache. I was like, you know what? I'm back in on Minshew Mania. I want all of this, and I want him to come out and just win. I like him, and I think he's going to be successful. I think this is this is the beginning of Minshew Mania. Well, the continuation of Minshew Mania, because we got the beginning of it last year. And he goes up this year, and he's a force. Like, a quarterback should not be playing that good.
Puts together an MVP season and just gets the Jags in playoffs.
Before, I said Tannehill was a better quarterback than Minshew. But if Tannehill was playing on the Jaguars right now, there is no way in hell.
There's zero chance that they're even anywhere. They're not sniffing playoffs.
No chance. Minshew is special. All right.
Yeah, it's just he's got the it factor, honestly. Like he can throw the ball, and if he doesn't see much in the air, he's gonna try to gain a few yards on the ground, and it seems to work for him. So he's got swagger.
He's got the swagger. He's got the poise. He's coming up big. I want to move on. If we spend all day talking about the Dolphins
Hopefully
and Jaguars,
the listeners like Minshew.
if we spend all day talking about the Dolphins and Jaguars, I don't think that's going to make for much interesting radio. Bears Falcons, interesting game. Trev, thoughts?
2-0 for the Bears, 0-2 for the Falcons. So this game is make or break for Atlanta. It's in Atlanta, which is pretty big. The Bears are legit second best team in that division. I think I got to go with Matty Ice, though. I think they take it. I don't know about the spread, but I think they're going to come out. I think their defense is shit, but I don't know if Trubisky's going to ball that hard where he puts up 40 on them, you know?
Yeah, okay. I'm riding with the Bears this week. I'm gonna say I don't believe they're gonna get it done, but my heart wants to say that Trubisky gets it done. So I'm rolling with my Bears.
Yeah, I mean, I'd be more on your side, especially if it was in Chicago. But the fact that it's in Atlanta, I've just been liking the home teams a lot more lately. Teams haven't traveled as much. I just feel like lots of the time the home teams have been winning games, and in a close one like this, I got to give advantage to the Falcons.
I wish I had more to say on this game. I really don't. Like, if the Bears can make some stops on the Falcons, like the Falcons thing right now pretty much is just they're scoring a ton of points. If they can keep scoring a ton of points, they'll win. If Khalil Mack comes in and makes some stops, they won't win, because we sure as hell know that they ain't. Like, Trubisky and the boys, they ain't great on offense, but we sure as hell know one thing, and that is that weak Atlanta defense ain't making no stops.
No, if they can string together some yards, it's all she wrote.
A normal
But the thing is, the Falcons have played the Seahawks and the Cowboys. So
they have, but they haven't looked
too
good.
Much.
We'll see. We'll see what happens.
They could easily be 1-1 against that.
If they lose this week, the season's over. This is a week 3 must-win game. You go 0-3, you're done.
Yeah, you go 0-3 when you got the Saints on the schedule twice. You got to play Tampa a couple times. I don't know if they're even good, but it's just 0-3 is never a good start. You're probably not doing much.
Hey Trev, Tampa ain't good, but they're better than the Falcons.
Yeah, like it's still a tough task.
Yeah.
Like, I'm not saying they're contenders, but like they're
better than the Falcons.
Game. Yeah.
All right.
On to the Rams Bills.
Love it.
In New York.
So Trev,
I think that might be one of the games of the week.
I'm excited for this sure, dude. This is my game of the week. And I got a question for you right off the bat. Swing. I'm gonna lob it up to you. You're gonna swing it, hit it. Let's see what you think. Is Goff back?
Is he back? I think he's back to as good as he was. I never thought he was outstanding. I never thought he was one of the best in the league. But he can allow teams to win games. He's not going to go out and do it all himself. But yeah, he's back to how he was the year they made the Super Bowl.
Yeah, I agree.
if you follow.
Yeah, I think that he's good enough to keep moving that ball in that fantastic offense. McVay is a great coach, and Goff and McVay are just, you know what? It's like
He's got his guys. He's got Cup. He's got Woods, and he seems
Exactly.
to like Higbee.
they
I honestly think they're not better without Cooks, but like it's just a nice dynamic between the two guys. He seems to like tossing it their way, and they're getting it done for him.
Yeah, and I would say like this early season matchup is very interesting, and the best way I could describe it is we're watching two damn allegedly good teams. We don't know if they are, but it seems like they might be good. They might be good.
Yeah. So this is going to be interesting.
Hey,
Who do
Trev,
you take? Who do you like?
I like the Rams. Hear me out on this. Guess what I'm going to say about the Bills.
What do you got for me?
They're frauds. I don't think they're going to do that good. I don't think they're going to do that good this year. I mean,
This year or this game?
this year they played the Jets week 1, right?
Yeah, and they'll play them once more. They got a
Yeah.
crummy division usually.
I didn't think the Jets were that. I didn't think they. I thought, well, they obviously beat the Jets by quite a bit, but I didn't think they looked great. They played the Dolphins last week. They won by what, like 3? They didn't cover.
Yeah.
Patriots hammered the Dolphins. I mean, they didn't hammer them, but they
No,
beat
they
them
beat
more
them by 10.
comfortably. Beat them more comfortably for sure. I don't think the Bills win the division. I think I
No.
just in the last episode said that they do win the division. They don't. The Patriots do.
I agree with you in the sense I thought it was the Bills' division to start. I'm seeing how Cam's stacking up against the Seahawks. I think the Patriots are gonna win the division, but I think the Bills are well-rounded enough where they're still gonna do some damage.
So, Trev, the game is -2 for Buffalo.
Mm-hmm.
Do you take the spread even, or do you just go money line if you're betting Rams?
No, I would. I mean, I guess 2 points.
2 points? Do I need the 2 points?
Do you
What's
need
the
2
chances
points,
they
or what
lose
are the
between
chances
2
of
points?
in a 1 or 2 point win.
I think you got to take the money line.
I
Get the extra
think I
juice.
would take. No, I wouldn't. I wouldn't take money line unless I'm taking Rams.
Oh,
I
that's
think
what I
I'm
mean. No,
taking
that's
the
what I mean for the
Bills.
Rams. So you're taking the Bills -2.
Yes,
Yeah, that's fair.
It's-
That's fair.
it's gonna
I'm
be
thinking-
really interesting though. I like the Rams, and I love their value for this, but I just think Josh Allen gets it done.
Yeah, and I think the opposite. I think Jared Goff gets it done. I love Goff. Okay. I don't love
I
Goff.
just think-
I love Goff McVay. I think they're a great tandem and they work well together.
I just think usually if the Rams win it, it's their team got it done. It's not going to be Goff came in
Oh,
and won
for
the game.
sure, dude. Oh, you are so right. It's the team. It's a team effort. But you know what? That's a team. They come out to play week in, week out, and it's. I would not be surprised to see them deep in the playoffs again.
Yeah. I'm with you there. I think they're a solid team.
And should we move it on to my boys?
Yeah, your boys versus the football team.
Browns. We're gonna
I
destroy
almost had to put
Washington.
a loony in the little jar where
Swear
you said
jar.
the wrong team name.
Oh,
Swear
this
jar.
yeah, yeah, for saying the
I
R
went,
words.
All right.
So Browns are going to destroy Washington this week. This is not going to be a competition. We saw last week that this fierce defensive line of Washington was not that fierce against Arizona. We have a very strong offensive line. Everybody's going this week. Everybody's healthy. Wyatt Teller is the top-rated right guard in the league right now. Yes, that is correct. We have Jedrick Wills. He's buzzing. We have Jack Conklin. He's buzzing.
Yeah,
Hooper's
good
making
line. Good line.
Hooper's making some good blocks. We got Vernon
But
coming
you
back.
don't have K1. You don't have the mobile quarterback, so it's a lot easier to say the D-line wasn't getting it done when they got one quarterback buzzing around.
Yeah, but they don't
Baker
have.
Mayfield's
They
one
don't
of
have
those guys.
Chubb.
If he sees a D lineman without a O lineman in front of him, he's freaking out. He's probably gonna ground it.
We got Chubb. We got Hunt. These guys are going to be running all over them all game. And let's be honest, Trev, we have 4 or 5 defensive players coming back this week. We have Kevin Johnson. We have Olivier Vernon. We have Harrison, who's going to be getting full-time snaps. We have Greedy Williams. They're going to be making plays this week.
So what's the score? What are they going to win by if they're going to beat them so bad?
24-12.
24-12.
Maybe 30-12. Maybe 30. We're going to put up a lot of points again. Like, I just don't think they're going to be able to stop our run game. Our run game is lethal.
I like you guys this week as well. I'm just giving you a hard time. I don't think Baker does outstanding.
I think he does outstanding. I mean,
24 points usually isn't an outstanding effort, but...
Hey, Trev, can I give you a little prediction?
I think they win by 7. So...
Can I give you a little prediction?
Yeah.
I think this time next week, you come on this show, and you say, bah, 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 Baker is buzzing.
I'm going to need to see 3 touchdowns and 300 yards to say he's buzzing.
But okay. If he does, though, you'll say he's buzzing.
Yeah.
Okay,
I will
fair
say
enough.
Baker here. Yeah, I'm not going to say it right now just in case I have to later.
Will you be watching that game?
That's a 10 a.m.? Probably not. I'd rather watch the Rams Bills. I'd rather watch the Bears Falcons.
Fair enough. I like to watch.
I mean, I'll see if I can get the zone going. So
you get the zone going. That's a good move. Titans Vikings. Not a great game.
Not a great game. The line's 2.5 for Tennessee.
Yeah. Did you actually hear what's happening after this game though?
No.
So after the game, when the Titans trounced the Vikings, Minnesota is going to change their name from Minnesota to Losersville. They're done. And I'm not going to lie.
0-3, they're done. It's a home game, too. If they lose, see you later.
Humor me this, Trevor. What is up with that line? Minus 2.5 Tennessee?
Man. I have no idea because the Colts just obliterated the -3 last week.
Hey, I'm going to teach all these kids how to make a little bit of money this weekend. You go down to the bank, you take out all your money, and you put it on Tennessee because there's no chance.
-2.5.
Minus 2.5. If your bookie will let you, blown you a little bit, you put all of it on Tennessee because
you go get some low interest loans and you put it on the Titans this week.
I'm telling you, there is no chance they don't cover that spread. That is a lock.
I think their defense is too good to let in many points against this Kirk Cousins offense right now. And realistically, Derrick Henry will probably get 100 yards and a touchdown or 2, and Tannehill will find somebody for another touchdown. So it's going to be at least 20 points for the Titans, and the Vikings have been having a heck of a time scoring. So yeah, 2.5 sounds pretty easy to me.
Raiders, Patriots.
Patriots -6. I think the Patriots win. I think they cover as well.
You think the Patriots cover -6? Wow. I guess
honestly,
they played.
I liked the Raiders last week. They look really good. Their offense was humming. But it's Gillette Stadium. I sound like I'm a real homer for the people that are playing in their own stadiums. But Cam Newton and that team, I just think they're going to get it done and cover the 6 points.
I don't think so. I don't think so at all. I think that the Raiders really showed their strength this week. They're a good team. They've got a lot of pieces. Okay, don't get me wrong.
I think it's
going to
be like 27-20. Like it's going to be a battle. But they're just not going to get within the amount of points.
The Patriots coming out and playing the Seahawks so strong was impressive. Like the Seahawks are a very good team.
Oh, wait, sorry.
The Patriots.
Yeah, okay.
The Raiders coming out and beating the Saints. I mean, I don't think that highly of the Saints. But the Raiders have been playing well this year. Like, I just think... I think the Patriots win the game. The Raiders cover the spread.
Okay.
Is that fair?
Within 6. I mean, we're close, yeah. We're within a field goal of discussion here. My issue is is
That field goal's
the
costing
Patriots
people money,
were playing
Trev.
the Seahawks, and the Seahawks looked like that's how they play. The Saints, their defense was bad. And Drew Brees didn't seem like he could throw the ball all too far. So I just think if teams are playing to their strengths, I think Patriots are going to be able to win this one.
Yeah, I mean, I think that in the league right now, we're just kind of seeing this trend towards bigger sets, teams running the ball down your throat, teams throwing at tight ends. And honestly, one thing that we saw this Patriots struggle with last week was those like short in crossing routes, those checkdowns. Seattle was kind of killing them with it all game.
Yeah.
So, and the Raiders seem to be good at that. So I feel like they might just play into their weaknesses and the Patriots' weaknesses and kind of walk away with it. They could walk away with it. I don't think they necessarily
walk away
will.
within 6 points.
They walk away within 6 points. Exactly.
Okay. I respect your argument. Let's move on to the Niners-Giants.
Niners-Giants, gross. I mean,
I don't even want to talk about this game. I don't think Kittle's playing, so we're looking at a team with like Nick Mullins.
the 49ers
I think Brandon Ayuk. Debo's not playing yet.
The 49ers are missing half their team right now. I don't even know if you can call them the 49ers. They're just the 49 this week.
I was going to say the Ers.
The Ers. Yeah, we can call them the Ers or the 49, whichever you like. But they sure as hell aren't the 49ers.
I honestly think I want to say the Giants, even though they don't have Saquon. I think they get within 4.
Okay. I think there's a pretty high probability that the Giants come within 4. I just have to, if there's somebody where it's like if they're in the hole and you have been so right and just keep digging them in this hole because you just keep burying them all the time, it's just like I have a real tough time. I'm having such a good time. I'm having a blast every week. I tune in, I see Joe Judge fail, and I'm like, yeah, I'm right. I'm right. This guy stinks. He's one of the worst. He's the worst coach in the league. And what I just want to know right now, which way is he going to screw that team over again? Like, I know they're going to lose the game, and I know it's going to be because of a stupid mistake. And I honestly would not be surprised either to see
it's going to be close.
More Danny Jones turnovers.
Yeah, he's still playing a decent defense, but I mean, now that I think about it, Nick Bosa's out, Sherman's out.
Everybody's out on that defense.
Decent defense. I don't know.
But I mean, hey, Trev, it's next man up on that team.
It's one of those things where you're gonna know who's gonna win after the first quarter.
You think? I think it's gonna come down to the wire.
No, but you'll be able to know if Daniel Jones is struggling or if he's kind of able to move the chains on this Niners team or Ers team, and if he can move the chains, I think they win. If the Niners are giving them trouble, it's going to be the Niners game, I think.
Yeah, so my prediction is
that's my point. I think it'll probably come down to the wire, but it'll be big in the first quarter. You'll be able to tell.
I think the 49 will. I think they're going to struggle early. Jones is going to be moving the ball a little bit. Towards the end of the game, we're going to see a costly mistake from Joe Judge, and it's going to cost them cost them the game. And they're going to cover, but it's going to be close.
Okay.
This is a terrible game. Like I said earlier, that Jacksonville, Miami is should be a bad game, but it's actually, or I guess you said it should be a good game. This should be a good game, but now is a bad game.
Yeah, exactly. This game's missing so many starters. It's unbelievable.
Yeah, Saquon,
Nick Bosa, Sherman, the running backs, Garoppolo, Kittle. That's disgusting. Plenty right there.
Disgusting. Bengals, Eagles.
Okay. Bengals, Eagles.
This is another terrible game.
This is another terrible game. I don't want to talk too much on this one. All the receivers seem to be hurt in Philadelphia.
I think every time I get a
every single
notification,
one.
yeah, every time I get a notification on my phone, it's pretty much like Eagles wide receiver
And the worst part
contracts
is
COVID, dead.
they bulked up on their receivers this offseason. And they're still losing everyone.
Yeah, Rager's done now. It's
Rager's done. Alshon was always hurt. I don't even know. It's ridiculous. I think I'm going to take Bengals plus.
yeah.
It's going to, once again,
Yeah,
Vegas had a
Bengals
good
are good.
line.
I mean,
Eagles
they're not great,
could do
but
all
they're-
right. They kind of like they were competing last week with the Rams, but then they just kind of lost it. So we'll
Yeah.
see. I think Joe Burrow does decently against this team.
I think this is one of those games, Trev, where it's a team that's maybe kind of decent. Like I've talked a lot of smack with the Eagles, but I think it's one of those games where they're going to come out and probably beat the rails off the Bengals, and we're going to be like, okay, maybe you weren't as bad as we thought you were.
Yeah, like before the season, I thought the Eagles were possibly wild card, but with all their injuries, I'm starting to realize they might not be. But yeah, it's one of those things they beat the wheels off somebody, and you're like, oh, maybe they are good. So
I think the
Time will
one
tell.
problem, well, we should stop talking about this game because it's such a bad game. But I think one of the problems that Wentz has had, like in previous weeks, is the pressure on the quarterback and him with the turnovers. And this week, I don't know if the Bengals' two defensive
there's
linemen are
not gonna be
back,
pressure.
but there's not going to be pressure for sure. He's going to be able to do what he wants, and I think realistically, at the end of the day, I just can't see that. If the Eagles lose this game, like they should just start looking for a new players.
Yeah,
because
season's
it's
over.
done. Season's
Look
over.
for Fields or Lawrence
Whichever team goes 0-3, it's like you don't want to go
or Trey
0-3.
Lance. Yeah. One thing is, Miles Sanders is going to be running heavy against this team too.
He's
On to the next game, Texans Steelers.
Texans Steelers. Trev,
I'll tell you who I got.
yeah, who you got?
I got the
Gas me up.
Steelers.
Yeah,
I think the
you know who I got?
I'm
got the
sure you got
Texans.
the Texans. It's a battle between our divisions here. The Texans have had some tough games so far, and honestly, it gets a bit easier, but not too much. They're either going to come out strong and be like, yeah, you know what, we're still legit. We just can't beat the Ravens or the Chiefs. Or they roll over and TJ Watt gets to Deshaun and they can't move the chains and Ben's out there getting touchdowns.
Never
And
mind.
that's what I think is going to happen.
Never mind
Pittsburgh
TJ.
wins.
Never mind TJ. We got another brother on the other side, JJ. And JJ is going to be slamming that loser, Ben Roethlisberger, all over the field, destroying him all game. And it's going to be a thing of beauty. We're going to love it. We're going to be cheering, saying, we hate Ben, everything. It's going to be fantastic. Me and you, Trev, we're going to be cheering.
I think TJ is the better brother right now. He might
JJ
not
is
have
the
the
better
deep
brother.
boys, but TJ is legit.
We're going to be seeing it all game long. We're going to love it. Texans come out. This is a huge game for them. Like, they're not a bad team. They're not going 0-3. This is
not.
The schedule maker should honestly give their head a shake for how dirty they did the Texans.
I think we should all cheer and say hoorah for how they made the schedule, because that's a hilarious start they gave the Texans.
That's so ridiculous.
It was cruel.
Very cruel. And so -4 here for Pittsburgh. I take the +4. I'm not 100% confident that the Texans win. I want them to win. I think they'll win, but I'm not 100%. I'm taking the +4, and I think they cover.
Yeah. I would not. I'd call you crazy if you took the money line.
That would be real ballsy. Real ballsy.
So should we go ahead and talk about my team here?
Yeah, I'll step aside. I'll stand by and listen. Trev, can you give me your thoughts on the Colts Jets? This is a stupid game.
This should be a blowout. The Colts. I mean, I think they're still mad about losing to the Jaguars, honestly. and we play a lot better in Indianapolis.
Is this entire season just going to be a revenge tour after that
I hope
Jaguars
so.
loss?
I hope so, because everyone was laughing. I felt a bit insecure. It was embarrassing. I've said that I think the Jags are a fine team, and I'm not too upset about it anymore. But at that time, everyone was saying, "Oh my God, the Jags beat the Colts." So, yeah, I think we're still mad about it. I think we win. I think we win pretty handedly. But would I comfortably bet the Colts at -10.5?
-10.5?
I would
No.
not comfortably bet that because the Colts played down to their opponent. And I don't know, we might win by 4, we might win by 7, we might win by 28. I'm not sure, so I'm not taking the line.
Okay, so Trev, Colts play down to their opponents. This is a common theme that we hear all the time from you. Let's say the Jets win this game. Are you canceling the season? What's going on? Do you think that's it? Or can you lose this game and possibly keep marching on?
That's a good question. I would never count a season out at 1-2. We would probably come back the next week mad as hell, and then probably lose another stupid game later in the season. So, I mean,
that's
I
just
think
not a
we'd
game
still
you
be.
lose.
I think we'd still be around, no doubt. But it would just make me kind of question what the heck's going on with the team if we can't beat the bad teams.
It's a must-win game. Definitely a must-win.
Yeah. Yeah, there's really no reason to lose to a team like this. It's like 2-1, just keep moving, keep strutting around. 1-2, yeah, I'm not canceling the season, but we'd be kind of in a tough spot because when I looked at the season beforehand, I thought like 10-6 or 11-5, and I expected wins against the Jets and the Jags. So with 2 losses there, it's getting a bit dicey.
Playoffs.
You got to win all those games against the bad teams, and you got to beat the teams that were maybes.
Playoffs are definitely getting tough at that point. But all right, yeah. I don't think there's really much to comment. That is a huge spread. I want to say that is the biggest spread of the week. So
yeah,
if you're feeling
10 or 9.5, I don't mind. But once it becomes 10.5, that's a pretty big spread.
You have to, you're realistically thinking of winning by 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, exactly.
That's
okay. So we should move on to Panthers Chargers.
Not a game I'll be watching.
Not a game I'll be watching. The Chargers are favored with Justin Herbert at the helm.
Yeah,
and I honestly think I like the Oh, they don't have McCaffrey.
No, I like the Panthers still. I like the Panthers.
I think I still like the Panthers, especially
Herbert's
with the plus.
playing. Herbert's playing, though.
Yeah. I think Panthers on the plus, but the Chargers win.
I agree. We'll see if this Panthers offense, this is a good test for that offense because they've been scoring quite a few points these first 2 weeks.
They've been scoring pretty all right.
This is kind of a weird team, the Chargers, because they are so off kilter. Their defense is so good and their offense is so bad. So if Herbert can kind of string it together and put some plays together, get some points on the board, they probably should be able to win this game. Yeah,
I agree.
6.5 is a lot of points though. That's like a blow. That's not a blowout, but it's a touchdown. But it's I don't know.
I think Herbert, he's mad he ended up losing that game against Mahomes. That would have been a huge accomplishment to start this career.
Yeah.
So I think they definitely win this game, but it's a matter of how many points.
If you almost beat Mahomes, I guess you kind of expect him to come out and put a beat down on Bridgewater, right?
You'd think, but you never know. He was probably riding a high that first game.
Yeah, they also did not watch any film on him. Not a fun game to watch. That's not.
Yeah, we'll move on.
What's going on with this? There's a lot of bad games on the slate this week.
Yeah,
Buccaneers Broncos.
But that also opened up a few great ones because if you look a little further, we got some battles at the end.
Yeah,
if
we
you
do.
look at Sunday
We
night
do.
and Monday. So those bad games open up some great ones.
We're getting there. So Buccaneers Broncos, Trev. Spreads -6 for Tampa.
And you got Driscoll throwing. I'm gonna take Bucks.
If the Bucks don't
take
win this
Bucks,
game,
it's-
like we need to really start raising flags. I
Yeah.
honestly,
Start the campaign for Brady and Gronk.
what is going on with Arians?
Send them to Canton.
Like, this guy is pure comedy. As a fan of not the Buccaneers, I love him. But you can't be saying that stuff, man. This guy is bananas going off against Gronk. Yeah, he'll be a good blocker for us. He ain't got that speed like
He's not
he
getting
used to.
downfield no more.
Kind of a bum. It's like,
Yeah.
man.
He's treating him as if it was like Tom's one wish. Like, I'm signing here if you get my main man Gronk.
Arians is treating Tom and Gronk like they're rookies. He's hazing them a little bit.
Yeah, he doesn't seem to love it so far.
Yeah, if the Broncos win this week, like, the Bucks stink, and like people should really reconsider who they are. The Broncos lose this week. Hey, well, you should lose this week. You're missing every single player,
Yeah,
unless
exactly.
Is there any
missing a
chance
lot
that
of stuff.
Bortles comes in?
I mean, maybe. Honestly,
like to see
yeah,
that.
I'd say there's definitely a chance.
Without knowing the
Loaded.
playbook at all, give the guy a real dumbed down playbook, see what he can do. That'd be entertaining.
Slams,
If you,
give him the Madden easy.
how hilarious would that be? How hilarious would that be to see Bortles come out and blow Brady out of the water?
Oh, that'd be too good.
That would be classic. At that
Probably
point,
the last time he would have played him since that AFC Championship game when he was on the Jags.
At that point, if that were to happen, I think Tom would just have to look in the mirror and say, "Hey guys, I don't got it anymore. I need to retire."
Yeah, just pay me my guaranteed money. I'm out.
Yeah, I'll get you guys Jameis back. I'm done here.
Okay, next game. Wait,
Oh,
so
wait,
who
we
did you
didn't pick-
take there? You,
On the spread or to win? No, what am I
on the
saying?
spread.
Both. I'm taking. I just want everybody to know I'm not betting this game, but I'm taking. If you're saying, hey, I'm betting every game, Andrew, give me a pick, I'm saying Tampa Bay -6. How about you?
Yeah. Yeah, I'm the same way. Definitely wouldn't put my money on it, but Tampa Bay -6 looks like the better choice for me.
Yeah. Lions Cardinals. Trev.
I got Cardinals minus. K1's just a different beast right now, and that Lions secondary / defense is just really not good. So I think they're gonna win. I think they're gonna win pretty handedly. I don't think Staff's gonna keep up with the scoring of the Cardinals. That's about it for me.
So Trev, I've got a question for you. If let's say Staff comes out that he plays phenomenal, he wins this game, he beats down K1, he says, "Hey, I'm the man in town here." Would you say that reopens up the Lions' chance to fulfill your prediction of them winning the NFC North?
If he said all that stuff, yes,
If he
that
said,
would really fire me up.
he would have to say it too. He couldn't.
If he said all that stuff, I'd say, yep, there's a chance. But realistically, after them getting thumped last week, chances are low. Slim to none. And they need to learn how to win, because that first week, they're probably still upset about that.
Yeah, the
Like,
Swift
Staff's
drop
probably
touchdown.
still thinking about Swift. He's probably looking at him like, you dunce, we'd be 1-1 if it weren't for you.
Hey, do you have this thing too? I feel like I've got this thing where it's like no matter who, I guess the only player that this is not true for is Megatron, but like whenever the Lions get a skill position player, he could be fantastic, and I'm just like, he's on the Lions. He's really not that good.
Yeah, I totally agree.
Galladay kind of falls into that. Marvin Jones Jr. I'm like, nah, kind of shitty.
I didn't even know if Goldie's playing yet.
Yeah, I don't think so. Maybe I'm wrong. I just know Hawkinson was getting. I think Galladay is questionable to go this week, but it's Hawkinson last week was getting quite a few more targets because of it. But zone up
Yeah,
minus
yeah.
5.5. I'm gonna say they cover that pretty handily. I think the Lions stank. And we're on to fantastic game. Cowboys
Fantastic
Seahawks.
game.
Seahawks minus
Cowboys
4.5.
Seahawks.
I'm riding with the Hawks.
I'm riding with the Hawks. It's hard not to.
Yeah, it's hard not to. Something about Leighton Vander Esch being done. When I think about that Cowboys defense, I'm like, oh, they're good. I'm like, oh, Leighton Vander Esch. Knowing that he's hurt, I'm just like, yeah, they're not the same.
Yeah, like
they
they
ain't
made
what
some
they once were.
acquisitions. They made some acquisitions, but they also lost a couple guys. So I'm the same way. I think Russ is gonna kind of march, and the Cowboys definitely won't score 15 unanswered points to win the game this time. So
Yeah, I'm gonna say too. Also, Jamal Adams, man, that guy's good. I said this last episode, but man, that guy is good, and I think he comes out and he's going to destroy Dak. I think there's gonna be quite a few blitzes where it comes down the pipe. He destroys Dak. He destroys Zeke. They're gonna contain them. That defense is too good. Yeah. Yes. He is that good. He's
yeah,
he's gonna be popping up in the holes.
But I think he's gonna scare Dak a little bit more than he scares Zeke.
I don't know if he's gonna scare Zeke, but he's gonna pop him a few times for sure.
Yeah, he'll let his presence be known.
I honestly don't even like Jamal Adams. Like, I personally am like, I don't like this guy. Not that I really have anything against him. I'm just saying, like, he annoys me at times with his attitude and whatnot. But he's just so good that I'm like,
Yeah.
you hang your hat. You're like, yeah, I can't do anything because this guy is phenomenal.
Yeah, I totally agree.
Seahawks minus, ooh, a little sneeze, bless you.
Whoops.
Seahawks minus 4.5, cover easily. That's a no-brainer in my opinion.
Take it to the bank. I think they win by a touchdown. Packers Saints.
Yeah, Breeze is done.
Big game, yeah. Breeze did not look good last week. It is in the Superdome. Rodgers looks great.
Do we have any advanced statistics of Breeze's numbers in the Superdome?
I mean, they're pretty darn good. I'll tell you that. Not very advanced. That's a basic stat, but hey,
That's advanced.
I would take the Packers plus for sure.
I'm taking Packers money line. I don't think there's a chance they lose this game.
Ron. That's a good bet.
Ron.
You talking about Jones or Rodgers?
Both are going to go off this week.
What about Devontae? What if he's not playing?
Don't care. They're going to go off this week.
If that defense looks anything like they did on Monday night, they won't be ready for Rodgers.
Yeah. If Derek Carr and the boys are causing headaches for days, I can't imagine having Aaron Rodgers up the pipe, eh?
No.
Yeah,
that's not what you want to see the next week if you can't figure it out.
Hey Trev, get this. Is Aaron Jones the most underrated player in the league right now? I'm saying yes.
Is he the most underrated?
Yeah, he gets no love.
He doesn't get much love. You're right.
He is one of the best players in the league. Like
he easily could have been taken as a top 5 running back, but for some reason everyone thought AJ Dillon was going to take his carries. I think
Dillon's holding his jock on the bench.
Everyone's talking about backups taking his job. Yeah, I think he might be most underrated.
I think Aaron Jones might be the most underrated player in the league. And get this, I think we might even call this episode that. A little clickbait for you folks at home.
A little clickbait, yeah. You gotta wait for an hour, but yeah.
I like to do that, Yeah, we mentioned an hour in, and there you get it. People are saying, I tuned in to hear about Aaron Jones. Nah, I gotta hear an hour's worth of podcast before I get the Aaron Jones
game first. Yeah, maybe we have to change our the order of operations with the games, but I think we're doing fine.
Yeah, Chiefs Ravens Monday nighter.
Chiefs Ravens game of the week, and it's on a Monday.
America's game of the week.
This is gonna be a battle, and I think Lamar Jackson is a bit pissed off. although he was an MVP, he wants the ring, and he can't
for
seem to win
sure.
the playoffs. So
Yeah, this Ravens team, it seems like they've gotten a lot better to me.
Calais
Not only-
Campbell was a big move.
I think, get this, Calais Campbell was a big move to not only get him, like, he's so disruptive on that team. He is so good. I sound like I'm a Ravens fan or something, but he is so good. I honestly think losing Earl Thomas was huge for them, like, in a positive way. I think that he must have been
In a
such...
positive. Interesting.
Yeah, no, because their secondary is playing phenomenal. But it's like, it just seems to me like for something like that to happen and for them to be like, yeah, leave the team, you're done, it must have been like a problem. Like, it must have been like in some players' heads, and like for him to be gone, they were probably like, good, hit the door, like, you stink.
Yeah.
Like,
And
you're
I mean,
holding us back.
with their cornerbacks, they're pretty safe. So
Yeah, exactly. They ain't struggling. That's for sure.
they're not struggling, and their D line's good enough where there's pressure, and you're gonna have to force a quarterback to make a throw. Unfortunately for them, Mahomes probably can make that throw, but
you probably are right. But I don't think they're deep. I don't think the Chiefs'
think I'm gonna
defense is
take the
coming up and making
Ravens.
any stops.
I think
I'm taking
gonna
the
take
Ravens for sure. I'm taking the Ravens minus 3.5. I think they cover that.
I'd rather not take the points, but I'm taking the Ravens for sure. I think they win the game.
Yeah, I just think not that I think, like, I mean, nobody can stop Mahomes when he's buzzing, but at the same time, I certainly don't think the Chiefs' defense is going to be able to stop Lamar.
Yeah, I think Lamar rushes quite a lot too. We'll see what he does.
Perfect. And that is all the games for the week. Trev,
Every single game.
every
in
single
an hour.
game, I'm going to be watching them all. Maybe we end, what do you think? This is kind of off the cuff here, but why don't you give me a prediction of the week, eh? Maybe I'll start it off too if you don't have one ready to go.
Yeah, if you got one, you can lead off.
Yeah, okay. So, let me see. So, I'm going to say this. Jonathan Taylor, this is Colts minus 10.5. They're going to be up all week. I think Jonathan Taylor pushes 150 yards this week.
Ooh.
Maybe 2 touchdowns, maybe 3. Nyheim Hines, he's going to eat 2, unfortunately. Obviously,
He wasn't
Taylor's...
seeing the ball much last week, but
No, he's not going to get it on money. I mean, I'm telling you, this is your team. But he's not going to see the ball on many running plays at all, but he's just going to keep getting those, like, check downs and whatever. You know how
I
Old
think
Man
we plan to
Rivers
do
loves
that a
that.
bit more this game.
Yeah,
That would be my guess.
I think this is his offensive rookie of the year coming out party. Bing. That's me ringing the bell for him winning the
Toodaloo.
Elroy. Toodaloo, toodaloo. Yeah, for him winning the offensive rookie of the
152
year.
touchdowns. I won't
Yeah.
quote you on 3 unless it happens.
If it happens, you can say, "Hey, Renz told me." Where'd you learn? Where'd you pick up that on Jonathan Taylor? Hey, Renz told me. I feel like every week I'm just gonna be predicting this guy goes off, but you know what? I love him.
I feel like you might have done that last week, but hey, it paid off.
Exactly.
For me, I think K1 Murray. I think he has a big game. This Lions defense isn't good. I think he's going to try to solidify that he's legit. He wants an MVP. Probably 3 touchdowns and some air yards.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, I play him in fantasy, so that's all I'm going to say.
Yeah, I really want to see K1 go up against a good team because it's like
Me too. Me too.
I mean, the Niners the first week are a pretty good team, but I mean, like, I want to see him go up against the Seahawks and like see if he could come out and hang, or if he maybe isn't as good as we think.
Any other predictions? Let me think. I swear I had one more. Miles Sanders goes for 150 yards. That's my other one.
Okay, and he gets
All purpose.
maybe he's the
160
FedEx.
all purpose.
Hey, maybe Miles Sanders may even come second in the FedEx Ground Player
in
of the
fantasy,
Week
yeah,
to Jonathan
possibly.
Taylor.
That would work for me. All
Would work
right.
for
Do
me
you have
too.
any last predictions you want to air out?
I think that's good. Please, thank you guys for listening to us. Please like, subscribe, shoot
Yeah.
us a comment. You know,
Hit the bell.
I could tell you there's only probably like 15 people going to watch this. So if you leave a comment, we'll probably get back to you.
Very fair. Thanks for tuning in. Catch you later.
All right. Take it easy. Bye-bye.